Hey guys, Rick here with Killer Innovations Velocity Defense. I'm here at BTO. Wanted to do a little bit of a demo of our pistol barrels that we manufacture. We have a technology that we put into these barrels that's a little bit different than most of the people in the industry, or almost all of them. These are single point cut rifling, and it's hard to see the difference just looking down the barrel, but the technology that we put into these barrels took us 2 years to develop. And basically what's happening is the rifling, the barrel OD, the threads, the chamber, anything to do with accuracy is being done in one machine with no human interaction at all, but it's single point cut rifling. And for those of you that don't understand the differences in rifling, single point cut rifling is much more labor intensive and time intensive on the machine. But what it does is it produces absolutely identical grooves in all 6 grooves. So button, imagine like a carbide football, and it has the grooves on the outside of the football, and you pull that tool through the barrel one time, and what it does is it just pushes the material out. And what that does is it puts a lot of stress in the barrel, and it's only as accurate as that little tool is ground. So there's grinding tolerance on that tool. So one lobe could be 2/10 wider than the one on the other side, or taller. And so when you're rotating a bullet and spinning it at that kind of RPM, it feels that difference and it'll destabilize your bullet. And broach cutting is better than button because it actually cuts the material, but it still has its deficiencies. So broach cutting, you can imagine a long tool, and you have the smallest cutter at one end and the biggest cutter at the other end. And there's layered cutters between the two, and they progressively get bigger. So the cutters look like a 6-sided star. But the problem with it is, again, they're only as accurate as that cutter is ground. So the cutter on one side could be a couple tenths wider or taller than the one on the other side. And the other problem with it is those cutters, they wear. And they're very expensive. They don't just cut a few barrels and throw it away. They want to run it as long as it can go and then regrind it. So did you get a barrel from the beginning of the run or the end of the run? And so again, that bullet's going to feel the difference in those groove differences. And then we have what we do, and it's called single point cutting. And imagine it's a tool with one cutter, and the cutter can move. And so basically when you start, the cutter is retracted into the body, and you're gonna put it in the barrel, and you're gonna take 2 10,000ths of an inch, one groove at a time. And you're gonna go through all 6 grooves. And then you're gonna advance the cutter another 2 10,000ths of an inch, and you're gonna go through all 6 grooves again. And you're just gonna keep repeating that process until you get to your final depth of 4 thousandths of an inch. So at the end of the day, we're going into the barrel about 144 times to put the rifling in. But the difference is every single groove was cut with the same cutter. The exact same depth, the exact same width. Even the scratches in the floor are identical in every groove when you look down the barrel. So as far as I know, we're the only ones in the world single point cutting pistol barrels. We do a little bit of OEM work for other people. So if it's a single point cut barrel, most likely we're making it for somebody. But it absolutely does affect your accuracy downrange. You got 4 inches to get that bullet pointed in the right direction. It's every bit as important as a long gun. These are very, very accurate barrels. I'll put it against anybody in the industry right now. I have yet to be beat. We make these barrels for Glock 19, 17, and 26 right now. We also make it for SIG 320, S, C, and F. We also make it for the CZ P10 series, S, C, and F. And then the SIG 365, we're doing the standard, the XL, and we're working on the Fuse right now. That's coming soon. So if you guys have any questions about this barrel, please feel free to reach out to us on Facebook or Instagram under Killer Innovations, and we'd be happy to answer any questions you have. And thank you for watching this. I'll see you next time.